episode of Space Engineers Survival. I'm Solar Wind as always, and let's start things off with what we're doing today. I've already said what we're doing today from last episode. We're going to be building a spaceship, a fighter slash also with some cargo space, maybe even a scouter-ish kind of vibe. But first, I'm going to change my uniform. Boom. Boom. Ooh. Yeah, I'm keeping the rainbow boots. I like it. Oh yeah, the rainbow boots really do look good there. Let's go tools. See. Oh, you got that drill, drill, rifle, metal rifle. Okay. I should have more. I have 2 metal helmets. That's what I got. Metal helmet, metal helmet. I got 3 metal helmets? Oh yeah, I got 3 of them. Whatever. You're wondering why I have, obviously I did not get those legitimately. That's pretty obvious. I bought them off the community market. I didn't just look around for those specific ones. And there's a very good reason I didn't do that, and that's because basically these are going to be, I got all the metallic gear, and there's a reason. Basically, they're not worth much at the moment, but they might be worth something later, especially with the metallic stuff. I feel like, get it while it's cheap, because it's still a fairly new game, and then when this comes out in full release, it's probably going to be a high desirable item, so it's that kind of analogy. Alright, I'm going to go to spectator. I just want to see. Here I am. Oh, it looks so cool. I love the metallic helmet. It looks... Even a bit of... Oh. Oh, and it's red. I didn't even know you could make a color change. Oh, that looks so beautiful. That looks really good. Okay. I had my fun. F6. I may have wasted a bit of oxygen, but whatever, I got oxygen tanks, which I made myself. So, before I go on and say how good looking I am, also I should do my tools. The new episode of The Flash, where Barry got caught on camera, for everyone saying how is that even possible, well it isn't, because I'm going to tell you, and I could give you a long-winded explanation of how Barry on The Flash couldn't have been possibly be caught by the camera. Is that the metal guy? Yeah, so that must be the metal one. Right, how it's not possible, I could give you the wrong explanation, as I said, or I could just do this. I've calculated how fast he could do this. Now, this is the minimum speed he'd have to be traveling in order to do what he did, because basically, depending on where he is in America and depending on where he has to travel to China, it varies, but basically, this is in kilometers per hour. He has to be doing 10,476,346 kilometers an hour. Now, I put that into relevant terms, And if I'm not mistaken, it would take him, after I did the maths again, it would take him 2 weeks to get from Earth to the edge of a solar system. So basically, he would get to the outside, he'd be out of the edge of our solar system in 2 weeks. He'd be leaving the solar system in 2 weeks of traveling from this planet. To give you an idea of how fast that is, it would take not 2 weeks, 2 months, my bad, 2 months. It would take him 2 months to do this. He could travel from Mars, at that speed he could travel from the moon back to the Earth about 100 times in the hour. Pretty much the same for Mars. He could go back and forth pretty much in an hour pretty quick. He'd be able to go back and forth in an hour. But basically in 2 months he would travel to the edge of our solar system. In other words, to get to the edge of our solar system in 2 months is about the amount of time our spaceships would take to get to the edge of to get to Mars. 2 months, so the time it takes us to get to Mars barely is outside the fucking solar system. Now, we'll be getting to building. So we're going to be speed building this. But that's pretty insane about Barry. And speed build mode has been initiated. yeah, we'll have to work on that. Running in some more useful scripts, a lot of stuff that we're going to be running. Basically more more space station themed one, a little bit more of everything. Basically more external stuff like you see on TV, which I think is going to be useful because, bunched in here, we don't really need this ginormous room moving around. And plus a little bit more movable and a little bit, of course, the warp drives and various other components. Until next time, this has been another episode of Space Engineers Survival.